massage oil. Baby girl said she's staying loyal, so I'ma do what I can. Baby, if you, I'm on the man. Baby, order more drinks. Baby, order more drinks. And come and tell me what you think. And come and tell me what you think. Baby, order more drinks. Baby, order more drinks.
Episode number 150 for Happy Hour, man. That's incredible.
That is, yeah. And we've probably actually done more than 150 episodes, but that's probably the one that's been, the ones that's been recorded is probably 150.
Yeah.
We've probably done more than that. We've probably done like 200, if you count the ones that we did before we started recording all of them, which was, if you still around from that era, shout out to you. That was like, what, 7 years ago at this point?
Yeah, that was a long ass time ago.
Yeah, 7 years ago at this point. So yeah, if you still around from that, shout out y'all. We haven't done one of these in a minute, but we back again. Finna flip around some of the NBA action. I know the first two games that we have aren't necessarily the most eye-popping and jaw-dropping games, but I fuck with watching.
Trash.
I fuck with watching the T-Wolves play. Ant might do something cool.
How can you like watching the T-Wolves play?
Ant might do something cool. I
I'm sorry. Not. I thought you meant the Wizards.
No, I know.
Yeah, my bad.
No, I haven't.
My bad. I thought you said the Wizards, not the
No. I literally haven't clicked on a single Wizards game this on purpose this year. Like, not a single one on purpose this season. I haven't done it.
That's funny as hell.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I haven't done it. There are actually certain teams in the league I still haven't watched yet.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't watched the Hornets game. I have not clicked on the Hornets all season. I've watched the Pistons because they were historically bad. And that was like generational losing. Actually, no, I'm lying. I have watched the Wizards game. I've watched the Wizards game earlier in the season. I haven't watched the Hornets game. The first Bulls game I watched was when they played the Raptors on TV last week. That was the first Bulls game I watched.
Bulls games are actually they were enjoyable until Zach LaVine came back from injury. And I'm happy he's back from injury. But the games were definitely much more enjoyable, and the Bulls played way better without him. Like, the Bulls are actually way, way better without him. Way better.
They were playing pretty good when he came back.
No, they weren't.
Yeah, when his first.
Not as good. Like, if you watch them without him and you watch them with him, it's two completely different things.
I'm not gonna argue. I don't watch the Bulls play.
Two completely different things. If you watch him. If you watch them without him and then with him, like, even to me, they're a better team without him and Vooch, because they're scrappy. They play defense. They have the ability to spread the floor. The ball moves around. They create chaos on defense. Like, they actually are running to the ball, rather than like reacting, which is a lot of what you get when LaVine is on the floor, because he's not proactive on defense as well as Vooch. But like, when those two were out, they were playing their best basketball. They came back, and now they kind of like middle of the road again.
The thing with the Bulls is that, like, they're still middle of the road regardless.
Yeah, they are.
They're not gonna be like.
Yeah, that's true, but in my eyes,
break it down, bro.
But in my eyes, being middle of the road and having two guys that are all-stars on your team is kind of, and actually three that are former all-stars, technically. Like, I think DeMar is like on the last year of his prime, but Zach is quote unquote still in his prime. Vooch is not that old, so to think that you would have, like, essentially two all-star guys that are in their prime, one that's exiting their prime, and you all, were like way below 500 when they were all starting and playing, is terrible. Then two of those guys get injured and they don't play for like 10 to 15 games. And you all get way, way better. Like when LaVine, I think the Bulls were like 4-14 when he got hurt.
They weren't 4-14, G. They weren't 4-14, bro. They weren't 4-14. They weren't that bad.
Let me look it up.
They weren't that bad. They were like 6 games under 500 or something like that.
Let me look it up.
They weren't 4. They weren't 4-14. They know they was that bad, bro. They were not get the number 1 pick bad.
Damn, he hurt again?
Yeah. He hurt again. He out for like 2 weeks. He sprained his ankle in the Raptors game.
Sorry to hear that, Zach. I don't get me wrong. I don't wish injury on him.
He's having the season from hell so far.
He
really hasn't been right.
He's just not that good, and you said he was better than Devin Booker.
Because at that point
you
in time,
lied.
No, I didn't.
No, you opened up your mouth.
I did not.
You said he was better or as good as Devin Booker.
If you go back to when I said that, which was I think 3-4 years ago, he was giving you 27 points, shooting 50, 40, 90, and when neither one of them motherfuckers winning basketball games.
You were still
now.
lying.
What's happened since then is Zach got hurt, and I don't think he's been fully healthy since he hurt his knee in the Milwaukee series. I don't think he's been fully healthy.
I mean, I can't question his injuries.
I don't think
I'll never.
Didn't he have
question his
surgery in the
injuries.
offseason, like last offseason, or like this offseason?
Why do we gotta make excuses for him? He
It's
just
not
don't
making
want to
ex-
play no defense.
Nah, I don't
bro.
think it's making it. No, but yes, he never
He can
played.
still. He not. Guess what? I
He's
put it
not
this way.
filling it up like he
He's
once
not,
used to,
He's
though.
not hurt enough to still not take 20 shots when he out there.
Yeah, but he's still not. Like, you look at his numbers this year and last year and the year before. They've dropped off every year since he's gotten hurt. Even his percentages have dropped off.
Because he's
not
not
even-
as good. and
No,
he
because
wasn't that great to
he's
me.
not even scoring the basketball the same way he was once scoring the basketball. And also, Lonzo did get hurt, which did throw a whole thing into everything that they were trying to do as a organization, because the Bulls just have cursed point guards. But regardless, though, we're talking about the Bulls. They need to break it down. It doesn't matter. They're quite possibly the Bulls. I would have said the Raptors, but they've changed some things.
Raptors ain't changed nothing. They actually got worse.
No, they didn't get worse.
Yeah,
They didn't get worse.
All right.
The reason why they didn't get worse is this. They do have, I think, 3 first-round picks this year, if I'm not mistaken. 2 of them probably won't be in the lottery, but one of them probably will be like mid-lottery. But you think if you want to move up, you can package some other picks to move up. You have Scotty Barnes, who I think best-case scenario is like 1994 Scottie Pippen. Best-case scenario. Worst-case scenario, he's Andre Iguodala. We'll see how it goes. You have RJ Barrett, who, since he's come over to Washington, has been playing better because he just gets to rock out more. Because again, you don't have I felt like Randall and like Barrett kind of not fully occupied the same space, but they kind of occupied the same space on the court, especially with Jalen Brunson being there. What?
Who is that man?
He played with Wemby, Bino Kabali.
Okay, because I'm
I'll
like,
probably
gee,
pronounce his name wild
I'm
wrong,
like,
but
gee, who
no,
is
him,
that? They
him,
showing him the
him-
pregame highlight package.
Him and Wemby played on the same team in France last year.
All right.
But yeah, no. So you have that. You got Quickly, who people think Quickly is like Tyrese Maxey. I'm not one of the people who think Quickly is like Tyrese Maxey, but we'll fucking see. I think Quickly is more Lou Williams, but we'll see. So I like the way that they reset their franchise. But the Bulls are probably in quite possibly the worst situation in the NBA. Outside of maybe the Wizards are in a bad one too. They have a pick this year. They don't have their pick next year. They have some contracts. I think Kuzma's a tradable deal. Tyus is a tradable deal. Landry Shamet is maybe a tradable deal. But they also have some probably untradeable deals like Jordan Poole currently right now. You probably can't trade Jordan Poole.
I mean, I told you he's the worst player in the NBA.
Yeah,
I wasn't lying either.
You can't.
I was
probably,
not lying. Actually, I take that back. Jordan Poole might be the second worst player in the NBA. Spencer Dinwiddie definitely.
They said the man playing so bad they think the man is on a strike. They think the man is on a mutiny, a strike with his team because he playing so bad.
If I had my salary in Bitcoin, I would be playing terribly too. Every goddamn day you wake up, you might be down a couple million. Nah, you never know. That shit hit 26K. I know he was stressed the fuck out. I mean, it's back up to like 42 right now, so he living good. But shit, he was probably depressed. He's watching all his goddamn money go to waste. Put that shit in Bitcoin.
Man, but yeah, no. So I just think that they're in the worst situation in the NBA. But speaking of situations in the NBA, let's get into it. The big news came out yesterday that Adrian Griffin was fired. And guess who was taking over? Our friend, our homie. I still fuck with Doc, man.
God.
Doc used to answer all my questions,
I never
man.
said
Doc
nothing.
was cool.
I was the last.
Doc was
I was
cool,
the
man.
last person in the Los Angeles media to speak to Doc Rivers before he was fired. Dead ass. I asked him the very last question after they lost that playoff game, and he got fired the next day. So shout out to Doc. I love Doc. Mad respect for Doc.
Chicago legend.
Adrian definitely got docked.
They
said that man was
an advisor.
They said that man was advisor during the in-season tournament. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. For all y'all out there that's young, if they hire somebody at your job and they say, we want you to train this person, you are being replaced. You are being replaced. If they hire anybody new at your job and you don't know what their title is, or it's very similar to yours, and they say, "Oh, can you train him on how to do that thing that you do?" And
They'll
you
replace
like,
you.
and you're like, "Yeah, but I do that." They're like, "Yeah, but we want somebody else to come
They'll
and help
replace
you,
you.
and help you so that way you can do it better."
They'll
You
replace
got
you.
about 6 weeks
Before they get your ass move up out of there.
for to get. Gee, how many weeks has it been since the in-season tournament?
Probably about 6.
About 6
Probably
weeks.
about,
G.
yeah, probably
He
low-key
gave
about
that
6
man
weeks.
a couple pointers. The front office said, "Who you getting this info from?" He said, "Doc." They said,
Oh, for real? All right,
okay.
All right, Doc.
Doc, you want to not travel around the U.S. and sit by Doris Burke and Mike Breen and take a bunch of money? Even though this is the one thing I will say this: Doc Rivers, all-time ski mask.
How?
He got fired by the Clippers. It was one of the highest paid.
Are they
coaches in the
still
league.
paying him? All these teams still paying Doc, bro.
They might.
All these
be,
teams
G.
might still be paying
G,
Doc.
I'm dead
All
ass.
these teams might still be Chicago legend, G. Don't nobody finesse don't nobody finesses like a fucking Chicago man. Chicago legend. And ain't he from the West Side too?
Yeah.
Ain't Doc from the West Side?
Yeah, but no, dead ass. I think he might
Ain't
still be getting
nobody
paid
finesses like a fucking West Sider.
Because he was only with the Sixers 2 years, right?
I think it was 2 years.
Gee,
He might still be getting paid from all these teams. And he was picking up ESPN money for being on TV.
okay. When he was with Philly, he signed a 5-year, $40 million contract.
He's definitely still
in
getting paid for Philly.
2022.
He's still getting paid for Philly.
So he getting $5 million a year. Oh, I'm sorry. So he getting paid $8 million a year from Philly, and he probably finna get another $8 from the Bucks. When was this man contract with the Clippers, G? Let me go to Spot Track, G. I gotta see, bro. Shout out to Doc, all time finesse,
Finesse,
G.
bro. West Side legend, bro.
Doc Rivers low key might have took CP3 a spot on the ski bass as the point guard. Let's see. Oh no, his contract with the Clippers was for 2 years.
Okay.
It was a 2-year deal. So
He ain't Yamahimi bad though.
Yeah,
Yamahimi is still all time
G,
finesse.
yeah, G,
All time. Who typed that man contract? All time finesse Yamahimi.
That's one of the best episode titles we ever had.
that
Who
man
typed Yamahimi
Who typed
contract?
Yamahimi contract? Yamahimi and Solomon Hill, all time finesses. Who typed their contract?
Hey man, shout out to them. They get your money, black.
Get your
man.
money, black man. Get your money, dog. Get every inch of your money. By the way, Denny Avia is low-key having a really, really solid season. Nobody fucking knows that.
I don't want to hear about
But Denny
nobody
Avia is
having
low-key having a solid
season.
season, G.
I don't want to hear about nobody that's having a solid season if they not the primary player on one of these awful teams.
He having a solid season, though.
They won 7 games. G, not having a solid
Nah,
season.
G, he is, bro.
I will say this: if Jordan Poole was hooping like he was hooping in Golden State, the Wizards,
They would have won
The Wizards
10.
might be in a play-in.
They would not be in the play-in.
Nah, they would be in a play-in.
They would not be in the
They-
play-in.
G,
They would not be in the play-in.
He has been generationally bad.
They wouldn't be in the play-in.
Yes, they would.
No, they would have won 13 games.
No, they would be in a play-in.
They would've
bro.
won 13
It's Not
games.
that far away.
They would have won 13 games. They wouldn't be as good as the Raptors. They would have won 13 games.
I think they
They
would
would've
be a
won 13
borderline
games.
playing team.
13 games.
If he was still, I would say this because when he was like averaging 20 in Golden State,
Oh, wow. That's like 4 more points. He was shooting better, though.
He's shooting like
was shooting better.
35 and 33% this year.
It's not 35 and 33. It's like 41, I think, now. I think it's like 41
That shit
now.
is bad.
I think it's like 41 now.
But-
But what do you think
But
about
Doc,
Yeah.
Doc.
First and foremost, what do you
Adrian
what do you
Griffin.
think about Adrian Griffin? The fact that he got this hasn't happened since the David Black situation with Cleveland, when him and LeBron weren't seeing eye to eye, and he got fired mid-season when the Cavs. I think they had the exact same record the Bucks had, which is 30-13. What do you think about Adrian Griffin getting fired? Do you think he actually got a fair shot? And do you think Giannis is teetering on coach killer being put in his?
How the fuck he kill a coach when the goddamn last coach was they won a goddamn title together and we watched them fucking lose in the first round?
Just asking
What are we
questions.
talking about?
I'm
G?
just
What are we talking about? No,
I'm just asking a question.
they gonna call me a coon on the internet, but as I said in the last episode of Hoops and Brews, I am tired of watching these old mediocre white coaches just kind of meander around the league, and I'm tired of people arguing and lobbying for these new black coaches that was former players to get these shots to go and run these teams, and then they fail. It doesn't look
Do
good.
you think he failed though?
In the-
They
I'll-
were
I'll say
30
this,
and
in the
13.
NFL, I'll say this, in the NFL, right?
Do you think he failed though?
Yes.
They were 30-13.
Gee, talent rules all in the NBA.
But they were 30-13.
I don't give a damn. You got Dame Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo and Brook Lopez on your team and Bobby Portis. You should if their record was any worse, he would have been fired 3 months ago.
2 months ago the season just started, but I feel
I mean, that's the best time.
G for hiring a man and firing him a week into the season is insane. Actually, it did happen. Remember Lakers did that to Mike Brown? Remember when Mike Brown got hired by the Lakers and got fired within 2 weeks? I swear to God, it was like 2 weeks.
I don't remember that, but
it was like right after D'Antoni. That I think it was like the 2013 season or the 13-14 season. One of them weird eras in Laker history.
That's because he was wearing them big ass suits. He had to be a little more fashionable. They wasn't really respecting him like that back then. He had on the J.C. Penney joints. But my point with Adrian Griffin is, like, if we just run through the mill of the black coaches in the NBA. And again, as I said, this is not me like arguing against having black coaches. I'm fine with that. But when you look at a lot of the really, truly great coaches in the NBA, most of them were not players. Most of them were like video coordinators or assistants or they. I mean,
I think it's a mixed bag.
It's
a mixed bag.
Phil, yes. Doc, yes. But they weren't great players. They were. I mean, but I will say
you don't see too many great players that become great coaches.
Yeah, yes. But also you don't see a ton of great player coaches that win championships. Name them.
I think it's a mixed bag.
Name them.
Doc. I'm trying to think of all the
Phil
recent
Jackson,
champions.
obviously.
Phil, obviously.
Steve Kerr.
I'm trying to think. I'm really trying to in my mind think of all the people who won championships.
But also, if you eat off the Phil Jackson tree, I don't like you count.
Is he
but
off
you don't
the
really,
Phil Jackson tree though?
What the fuck you mean? He was Phil Jackson's point guard for 3 years.
I mean, yeah, but do you want to say that's the Phil Jackson coaching tree?
He's running a fucking triangle. He was running a goddamn triangle from the goddamn perimeter. What are we talking about?
Do you still want to say that's the Phil Jackson coaching tree though?
Yes, that's the Phil Jackson coaching tree. If I coached you and you went on to become a coach, and you a point guard, your job is to run offense.
Pat Riley was a player.
Okay.
Don't do that. He was a player.
He ain't coached in 20 years, but okay.
What do you mean?
He has not coached in 20 years, but okay, go ahead.
I mean, but out of the last...
but this is my point. It's very hard for you to name...
I'm trying to think about the people who won recently.
Continue. You can name the past 30 years.
Rick Carlisle technically did play in the NBA.
Okay.
He did play. He didn't play long, but he did play in the NBA.
Most of the great coaches are usually bums in the NBA.
Yeah, for sure, because
like
it's hard. Honestly, the best player who was a coach, I think, is Larry Bird. Larry Bird's Indiana teams
You're
were
a liar.
Who?
Bill Russell. He was the player and the coach, and they won a championship.
Yes, technically it's Bill Russell. Yes, you're right, Bill Russell.
Didn't he win 2 rings with them as a coach?
No, I think it was just one.
You sure?
I think it was the last one. The very last one, he was a player coach. I think.
Still, G, it's you going. G, imagine LeBron being the player coach right now. G, Bronny gonna be on the team. G,
yeah, immediately.
Bryce is gonna be out there. G,
but yeah, outside of Bill Russell,
the Lakers have. But this is my point. The Lakers have the same problem. But also my point again is most of the guys that are really good coaches, or I would say more in between the better coaches, usually were not former players. So, like, although I want these black coaches to get these opportunities, this is not the fucking NFL. And in the NFL, these guys get opportunities, and for more times than not, they tend to actually do a good job. Like, even if you look at like an Antonio Pierce or most
50-50.
I disagree with that. Because I mean, I think the most like the NFL equivalent of Doc, even though this is gonna be disrespectful to him because he didn't win a ring.
Lewis.
No, it's Romeo Crennel.
Is he the one who got the Browns job and they didn't win a game for like mad years?
Actually, I take that back. You're right,
Marvin Lewis. We got to at least go with Marvin Lewis.
But Marvin Lewis is actually a pretty good coach.
If not Marvin Lewis, go with Tomlin.
No, not Mike Tomlin. He's not Mike Tomlin.
I'm just saying on the sense of like,
he's not Mike Tomlin.
No, but like Doc always no, but like
I've never watched the Steelers lose a playoff game and been like it was Mike Tomlin's fault they lost. Usually Big Ben was throwing some bullshit, or they couldn't score no points because their defense was immaculate, but they never got no goddamn like. Could you imagine the goddamn Steelers with like a goddamn Patrick Mahomes. Gee, we winning 10 rings.
Be fair.
But
to be
my
fair,
point is like I never looked at Tomlin's coaching as a part of the reasons why they don't get where they need to get. Like I don't believe that he should be the GM or in charge of personnel, which I believe he plays part in that. But I never looked at his coaching as being that. But my point is, in the NFL, these guys more so than not tend to come in and at least be somewhat decent. A lot of these black coaches have been coming in lately and being not good. They're just not good. And you could tell very early on that he was not good. You could just tell. You could read Giannis's body language. You could see how the players would look. You see the camera when it's over there on the sidelines. If ain't nobody looking at what you writing up some bullshit. You might as well stand there with your hand in your pocket and let LeBron call the plays and sub himself out the game.
The weirdest shit was during the in-season tournament, or just times this season. If you watch like the Bucks,
somebody said Ty Lue. What is Ty Lue? Ty Lue won one ring. Okay, cool.
Come on, we can't do that though.
Okay, cool. He in there.
But that was like the weirdest thing this season was like you would see at timeouts, Giannis wouldn't be in the huddle. He would sit on the scorer's table while the rest of them are in the huddle. Now, also, I do think that we have to allegedly, this is all alleged, I can't prove it, but allegedly they were looking at hiring Nick Nurse. Giannis didn't want to hire Nick Nurse.
Yeah, allegedly. So they went and got his second in command. You know that,
but,
right?
Yes, but Giannis signed off on Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, because he was black.
But also,
the owner said, "Oh, these niggas need a nigga."
But also,
and Giannis is like, "You know what?"
But also,
right, buddy.
The team that he signed up to coach is the one that had Drew Holiday.
Gee, they was giving up like 140, 130 plus points over their past 10 games.
Look at the motherfucker.
Drew Holiday ain't stopping that.
Look at the backcourt. We got Malik Beasley and Dame Lillard. What the fuck? We are already defensively compromised immediately. There's a play in which Tyrese Halliburton ran to the basket, and Dame didn't realize he ran by him until he was at the free throw line. Dame still looking over here. Tyrese gone. Like, literally gone already. Like, literally is gone.
Like LeBron.
So, one thing, but also, I'm somebody who thought Bud shouldn't have got fired.
I can't.
Hold on, let me get it off.
Go ahead.
You won a championship with Bud, and ever since then, literally, they hadn't been healthy. They win a ring, Middleton gets hurt the next year. It did happen. Middleton got hurt the next year. They take Boston to 7, they lose. The next year, Middleton is still coming off injury. He's still not right. Giannis falls out the fucking air. Granted, he was on the court. You know, so he was on the court, so you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know, look, if you out there, you healthy. But he did fall out the fucking air and miss 2 games. And it's not like you lost to the Heat and the Heat just didn't do none of it. They made the finals. They did go to the NBA Finals. This is the same Heat team that took the Celtics to 7 the year before. Didn't they have number 1 seed in the East the year before?
Yeah.
Well, it was like, it's not like, It wasn't like you went out and you lost to okay, if the Bulls beat you, fire everyone. Fire the entire front office. That's not supposed to happen.
Somebody said Avery Johnson. That was a good one.
Avery Johnson.
All right, I take it back.
Avery Johnson.
But he also is off. Well, never mind. He's not off the Phil Jackson tree. He off the Coach Pop tree.
Fair.
But still.
Fair. But still. So, like I was somebody of the opinion that they shouldn't have fired him in the first place. Like, then you bring in Adrian Griffin. You bring in a rookie coach. That the thing about, people always say players need time to develop. Coaches do too. Now, granted, maybe he didn't handle every situation the right way. There was a Terry Stotts thing, who's a very, respected guy. Obviously, he coached Dame for years in Portland. So that might be Dame's guy. And allegedly he berated Terry Stotts, and it caused Terry Stotts to quit. Remember, because before the season, Terry Stotts back.
Dame did?
No.
Oh.
Adrian Griffin did.
Oh.
Berated Terry Stotts before the season. Remember, Terry Stotts stepped down from the coaching staff before the season?
No, I didn't even know Terry Stotts was on that.
He was, man. He stepped down before the season.
Yeah, because he's probably like, nigga, this some bullshit.
So
and Adrian Griffin like, what you mean?
So that happened. But at the same time, you signed a rookie coach. Then you put Dame Lillard in. So now we have immediate championship aspirations.
Be good.
But, bro,
he
wasn't terrible.
if the star player not even going to look and watch you drop halfback dives, G, what is the point of you?
But listen, though, they still had a top 5 offense. The issue was their defense. But a lot of the issue with the defense is look at the fucking personnel.
He's going crazy. Byron Scott, Casey Jones. All right, let me shut up.
Byron Scott won a championship. Fuck championship.
Byron Scott ain't win no damn championship. They did go to the finals.
They did go to the finals, yeah.
They did go to the finals, but he did not go to no damn championship. I mean, he didn't win championship.
But what the fuck? But like, bro, look at the personnel that we have for defense. Brook Lopez, God bless him, man. He doing his best. You 36. You 36. He out there. Bobby Portis, shout out Bobby P, but I don't label Bobby P a quote-unquote defender. Middleton is still working his way back. You know, he's getting better, but he's working his way. What defensive personnel we got? Who? I
don't like that.
You traded arguably your best. How?
A lame duck excuse.
We traded our best defender. He's gone.
It's a lame duck excuse.
How is it a lame duck excuse?
Because in a vacuum, before the season, if I say I'm gonna give you Dame Lillard and Giannis, you gonna tell me I'm gonna take it. So
hold on, wait. No. We said on this podcast before the season, and what I said was this. You can pull the episode up. I said I wonder if you just fix one problem and caused a whole nother one.
I bet you they play better defense under Doc Rivers.
I bet they don't.
How much you want to bet?
I bet they don't.
I bet you their defensive rating is at least 5 points higher under Doc Rivers.
5 points is a lot of points.
No, it's not.
It's a lot of points.
Gee, they've been giving up 130 to 140 a night. They went game to game, wall to wall with the fucking Pistons 2 nights in a row.
To be fair, the Pistons
I don't give a fuck.
To be fair.
I don't give a fuck about Cade not being there, the scouting report, none of that shit. On no universe should you be a team that's 30 and 13, 14, and not go out there and stomp a mud hole in there.
The Celtics didn't do that. The Celtics were actually down 20 at halftime. I had to come back and win the game. I'm just
Man,
the Pistons sometimes play decent basketball. They just lose the game. They go do numbnut shit at the end of the game and just lose. They don't lose the way you think they be losing.
I don't want to hear that, man. That's lame.
So my thing was is just
shouldn't be that close.
I think it's, for one, unfortunate because it seemed like
it's not unfortunate. That black man still gonna get paid.
He will get paid. But
if I'm him, the moment I got the news, I'm like, remember when Blake Griffin got traded to Detroit?
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of that.
Yeah, Blake had no life left in his body. Blake
was in California, G. It was 10 degrees.
It was 75 degrees that day. I pulled up Detroit. It said 26.
Exactly, G.
They sent that man to Detroit.
So if I'm Adrian Griffin, hold on, let's see. What's the temperature in Milwaukee today?
Got to be at least 15.
37 degrees. I'm like, all right, when y'all still sending that check next week? All right, cool. I'll see y'all later. Baby, we going to Cabo. We ain't got shit to do. I'm going to kick up and enjoy my goddamn life for the rest of this summer. We'll figure out where we going next year.
But listen.
I still got my money.
He still does have money.
I still got my goddamn money.
But listen, the reason I'm saying that I think that it's unfortunate is because it seemed like from damn near day one that I don't know if he had the support of the players. I don't know if he had the respect of Giannis.
He didn't. What do you mean you don't know?
Listen,
it's very clear. Look at the thumbnail for this episode.
I don't know
if he see it. Ain't no respect there.
I don't know if he had the respect of Giannis, and I think that especially when you bring Dame and you bring Giannis together, you expect a lot, which as you should. But you also got to remember he's a rookie head coach, and he's not even a head coach that I could see if he was a head coach that was a head coach before. You never been a head coach before.
I can see if you was a head coach before there was a head coach. There was a head coach next to a head coach with a head coach.
No, look, even like Nick Nurse. Yes, he was never a head coach in the NBA before, but he at least was still the head coach of the G League team.
Yeah, but he's smart enough to know get Joel and be the goddamn ball and move out the way.
But also, I'm saying he's been a head coach before.
G, turn the Hornets game on, G. I can't watch this, G. I'm sorry.
You want to watch the Hornets over this?
I don't want. Yes, G. They both on the same level.
I'd rather watch.
G. Turn the Hornets game on. G.
I would much rather watch the
T-Wolves. G. Turn the Hornets game on. G. This man LaMelo dribbled the ball for 22 straight seconds of a possession,
You want to see that?
And that shit got turned over. I'm like, G, what are you doing,
You
bro?
want to see that?
Come on. Come on. By the way,
Miles Bridges is back at the crib.
By the way, oh shit, did we go dark? We got some fan questions. Hold on, let me make sure we ain't go dark.
I don't think we went dark. I'm looking on the computer. I don't think it's dark.
Oh, for real? All right.
I don't think it's dark.
I don't know. Did the broadcast stop?
On the computer, I don't think it
Fans
did.
out there, comment if the broadcast stopped. Now
I don't think it did on the computer. Just about
Yeah, it did stop. It looked like it did. Hold on.
nudging over and looking at it. Yeah, I'm saying, I think it's just yo. We gotta get you in the computer, dog. Gotta get you some new shit, dog. We gotta get you. We gotta get you a Mac again, dog. Cause that shit, boy. I don't know what's going on over there, man. I don't know what's going on. But yes, I just think it's. But yes, also like I said, Adrian Griffin had never, to my knowledge, never been a head coach before. At least if you get a rookie head coach, make it be somebody who's been at least in the number one seat before. It was gonna take. It was gonna take time. But again, you signed Doc Rivers. You putting him in half of the season, but you putting him in at least. He got about how many games think he left in the NBA season? About like 35, something like that.
What, as a head coach?
No, I'm saying like Doc. He got about 35 games left in the season, right? 35 games.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
You give him 35 games. He's been an advisor already, which is funny as fuck. But he's been an advisor to the Bucks already, so I'm assuming he has some ideas of what to do. And hey, we'll see what happens.
Man, Doc not finna go in there and do nothing goddamn different other than talk to them like they grown men and draw up some simple plays. That's what he does. That's what everyone that has ever been coached by him says he does. And I don't believe he gonna change it up just because he got a new job and is Giannis. I think it's very simple. I think the good thing in when we talk about it from a basketball perspective is that Doc has played with dominant wings, and he's also coached dominant big men. Blake Griffin, Joel Embiid. So and the one thing I will say is I don't think you'll see the same level of like what the fuck is going on with Giannis as you will with Embiid. Because with Embiid, half the time after March, I'd be wondering
what the fuck
do
is
he
going
really
on?
want to be there? With Giannis, the man fell out the sky. Sometimes shit just happens. It is what it is. Like I've seen Giannis multiple times in person. He literally looks like he's number one, he's a giant, but he's built like a horse, like just straight muscle, tall human being, super broad shoulders. So imagine him falling 5 feet out the air straight on his back and saying, yeah, come back, win us a series after you already down already. It's not going to happen. But I don't think I don't think, number one, Giannis is going to fall out the sky again. But also, I don't think that the Bucks are going to be in trouble with Doc, because I think the one thing that is a good thing for the Bucks is the fact that Doc coached CP3 and Blake Griffin, and they also had JJ. And to me, although the players are different, I think the ideology can be very, very similar. And even that Clippers team back when they had CP3 and Blake and DeAndre Jordan, they were a good team defensively. They played very, very well defensively. They were, they were
better
locked
offensively,
in.
though.
They were better offensively, but I think the Bucks are better offensively. So I think this actually kind of suits them. But I think it's like you giving Doc, you giving Doc Rivers Giannis Antetokounmpo is like giving him Blake Griffin times 10. And Blake Griffin was already very good back then. But Blake Griffin was not a 2-time MVP, Finals MVP champion. And Dame Lillard, I think, has a lot to prove. And I think that if I'm Doc, the conversation with Dame is we gotta we haven't done anything. We haven't done anything. And maybe that might be the difference. Adrian Griffin might have taken a position of feeling like they had already accomplished something or they were headed towards something. So he was skipping steps or not being as meticulous or detailed or
Fuck is this?
immersive as, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Madam Web.
Fuck is this?
Yeah, when they just gonna surprise us with
fuck is
they
this?
just gonna surprise us with a female Spider-Man movie.
What the fuck is it? What the fuck this?
Gee, they just surprised us with a female Spider-Man movie.
What the fuck is this?
I'm sorry, we hella started watching
What the
that.
fuck
Like,
was that?
gee, they just popped the Madam Web trap up in the middle of the game.
What?
Gee, I ain't even heard of that shit.
Never heard of that before.
Gee, they just
Where
popped up
in
with
the
a female
timeline did she
Spider-Man.
come? Where the fuck
A
in
woman
the timeline?
Spider-Man. I'm sorry, y'all gonna be on my ass.
My bad. Continue.
But no, it's fine. I was thinking like, what the fuck is
the
this?
fuck we get a Madam what? The fuck?
But my whole point is that, like, I just think that Doc is just a different. He just comes with a different level of reverence and he's
I
coached
agree with
players in
that,
a
yes.
similar style. And whereas when you're Adrian Griffin, you might be wanting to be a little bit more lax because like Bud might have been over meticulous. And that him being over meticulous might have been what kind of led to the tension between him and Giannis. Because like you should be having me in the game here rather than trying to follow the analytics and the numbers. And Adrian Griffin might have just been like too much of a player's coach. I think Doc rides a very, very fine line. His systems are very, very simple. And I think at the end of the day, he really relies on his stars to go out there and be stars. And if I'm Giannis and I feel like I don't need to be in the huddle for the plays, I don't really value your opinion on what you think we should be doing. I'm going to do what I think should be done, and I'm going to keep doing what we've been doing, even though I didn't like what we've been doing. But I don't like what you doing so much that I'm going to go back to what we've been doing because I don't like that. You can't do that shit with Doc Rivers. And also with the money Doc Rivers command, Giannis is stuck with Doc Rivers until he leaves Milwaukee.
Yeah, for sure.
So I hope he knows what he's getting himself into. You're stuck with Doc until you leave Milwaukee. The Bucks can lose in the playoffs for the next 3 years in a row.
Doc gonna be
and
right
Doc
there.
will not get fired until that offseason after they lose the third year in a row. And they're gonna blame Dame, they'll blame Giannis, they'll blame Doc, but he's not coming in there to stay for 2 years if you don't like him. If you don't like Doc Rivers, you got to deal with that shit. Because where Doc come from, he usually gets to control the roster.
Yeah.
That's part of the problem with him and Embiid. Doc wanted to run his shit the way Doc wanted to. Embiid wanted to play the way he wanted to play.
Also, there was another thing with the Harden thing as well. Like,
Yeah. And Harden also was like, I don't want to play for Doc Rivers,
you
with
had
Doc
to- you
Rivers.
had to,
I don't
like-
want to see Doc Rivers. I don't want to be in the same
you
building
had
as
to
Doc
like
Rivers.
makes the Harden thing and make it work. But yes, I feel you. Like Doc commands a different level of cachet than what. That's why I said it was a tough situation for a rookie head coach. Like you are a rookie head coach. We're not
I
talking
don't
about
feel
it.
like he was over-prepared.
But listen.
I don't believe Adrian Griffin got fired because he was over-prepared.
Nah, I just think it's a tough situation for a rookie head coach. And I don't think he was underprepared. I just think it's a tough situation for a rookie head coach. Again, you've never coached in the NBA before. You're also not coming to a team that didn't win a championship. Like the core won a championship. You just switched one person out. They remember. It wasn't that long ago.
It's kind of getting long. It's been like 3
I
years.
feel you, but at the same time,
Actually, it's been, 2 years?
2 years. It just feels like it because of the era of time that we're in, especially like that period of life just seems so
Goddamn
far
COVID,
removed. Yeah, it
goddamn
just
3 seasons in 18
like
months.
it just seems so far removed, but it wasn't that long ago. You bring in a new coach into a team and then you throw Dame literally in that mix. It's a tough situation for a rookie. You need a guy like Doc. Because if I'm Giannis, what the fuck you finna tell me? You been here 2 weeks. Shut your ass up.
That's my whole point, though.
That's the problem, though.
But you're stuck with him now.
I know, but you need
So
a guy
even
like.
if you're disgruntled, that's my only point.
Fair. You need a guy. I guess maybe you need a guy with the cachet and the reverence and the respect. Like what? Doc is what, third in NBA history in games won, some shit like that. Third in NBA history in games won. He's been a champion. Whether you think he should win every year or not, his teams is always in the mix and got something to say. Now they may crash out and crash and burn, but at the end of the day, only one team win anyway. So at least they always somewhat in the mix. So maybe you need a guy like Doc to come in and command just command respect more. Doc commands a different level of respect than a rookie head coach does.
He's
Who's
also
never been a head coach.
He's
before.
also not a small guy.
I mean, Adrian Griffin ain't small either. Adrian Griffin was a power forward.
No, I know he wasn't a power forward. He was a small forward, but
Still like 6'7".
No, but I mean that, like, I say that to say that there's a presence.
Okay.
To me, Adrian Griffin, he as tall as he is, when he was amongst his players, he felt small. His aura felt small.
Rookie head coach.
I don't want to hear that rookie head coach.
Head coach. Rookie head coach when you dealing with a team that's won a championship without you for the most part, the core has, and they remember how it was with somebody else.
Whatever. But let's move on because I gotta leave in about 20 minutes. So let's talk about the Clippers. Fan asked, he said, y'all think Russ will still be on the Clippers in March? Not hating, just heard some rumors. Shout out to my guy Abshik Roy. He's been watching us for years. Abshik, where are you from, bro? Like, what part of the world? I believe you told me before. But what are your thoughts on the Clippers, on Russ? Should they keep Russ? What are you thinking?
I think it'd be very unfortunate if they traded Russell Westbrook.
Gee, I be watching these new shows, and I be on NFL Network, ESPN. I'm like, gee, who are these people, bro? I don't be knowing who none of half of these people is. And I'm going to be honest, all y'all old heads in media, when y'all was out there talking shit about us and saying we was losers and we want credentials and we just had a podcast and all that shit, all y'all motherfuckers don't have jobs no more.
That's mean to say.
It's not mean to say.
That's mean
because
to
they
say.
should have been nicer people.
That's mean to say.
Nah, it's not. When you being an asshole to people, you get what's coming to you. And rather than embracing the new media and the new crowd, like me and you and the guys that have the Scotts and all those guys of the world that was just getting started in 2016, 2017, they fought it. They belittled us and they talked shit to us. And now they don't have jobs. And now I'm supposed to feel sorry for them? No, fuck them. You deserve what you got. You should have been nicer. Not all of y'all, but some of y'all should have been nicer. I'm still employed making podcasts and doing media. You should have been nicer.
What did you? Oh, about the Russ thing?
About Russ.
Why would you? I think they've been playing.
Should they trade Russ?
No, they've been playing well. I think Russ fits with the chemistry. But like I said, that would be very, 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 very unfortunate to do that man like that. Like he's done pretty much everything that you've asked. He's done pretty much everything that you've asked for him. Asked of him. He hasn't played bad. Even last night against the Lakers, he played great. In my personal opinion, he played like I can go back to certain games where it's like, yo, if Russ didn't come in with Russ's energy, I don't think that they would have won that game.
I got a hot take.
What?
Russ has been the second best player on the Clippers this entire season.
I'm not angry with that hot take.
I would say personally, it's been PG.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. It's been Kawhi Leonard.
I just don't really feel Kawhi and what he does the way people be like. He's still only averaging like 20. Like him and PG numbers are damn near identical.
Yeah, but
I don't see this burst.
Look at the percentages though. Like he's not.
They're not really that much better.
Yes, no, bro.
They're not.
Listen,
I've seen them. I saw the literal tweet.
Go by the first of all.
I will say this.
Go by the.
No. Wait. I will say this. We've been covering the Clippers for 5 years now?
Yeah.
I have not covered or seen this new team in person one game this year because I've been so busy. So I have not seen them in person. I have not watched them from the Clippers press box, which is the best place to watch basketball, any basketball game to me, in the press box because you can see the chess moves and the pieces moving around to me. So everything you're going to say, I cannot argue with you because I know you've been there covering the games. But I will say from afar, I've not been impressed with anything Kawhi Leonard has done this year. It's actually been kind of underwhelming to me. To me, people love to put him in his top 5 conversation. He's not top 5.
I mean, he's not top 5, but
he's not top 5. He's not top 5. I don't even think he's top 10.
Debatable. I can't name 10 people in the NBA right now. I would rather have a healthy Kawhi Leonard in a 7-game playoff series.
I disagree with that.
Can't do it.
When is the last playoff series he won you?
I'm asking you. I can say the Utah series. That was like 2 years ago, but I can say the Utah series.
Exactly.
Listen, I said over a healthy Kawhi Leonard in a playoff series, but no.
Over a healthy Kawhi Leonard right now, give me Joel Embiid, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I can't even say Joel Embiid because what has Joel Embiid done ever?
To be fair, Kawhi did hit the shot that kind of ruined everything for him.
What the fuck did he do in that game?
Kawhi ever won MVP?
No.
Okay then.
I said in a 7-game playoff
said
series.
Ever. You said
Embiid won the championship?
No, but he's still an MVP.
Has he won the championship?
No, but he's still an MVP.
Has he won the championship?
He's still an MVP. I have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Has he won a championship?
Now everybody got to play with Tim Duncan in his fucking.
Motherfucker, he won one with Kyle Lowry. Shout out Kyle Lowry.
He won championship with 2 other Hall of Famers on the team. Stop this.
He was on the team with a Hall of Famer.
Low key, it might be 3 because Siakam might be a Hall of Famer one day.
He's not going to make the Hall of Fame.
He might make it.
He's not making the Hall of Fame.
I think he will.
He is not making it. Pull up Siakam career accomplishment to pull up his age. He's not making the Hall of Fame. You're lying to yourself.
He can play 6 more years.
If Sean Kemp can't make the Hall of Fame, he can't make the Hall of Fame.
I would argue Siakam's better than Sean
I
Kemp.
would throw you out the window.
How?
I would throw you out the window. I would actually lift you up and launch you out the window. I would actually lift you up and launch you right out the window, and the podcast is over. I would lift you. I would not do that. There's not a fucking time when I would argue Sean fucking Kemp is better than Siakam, and I fuck with Siakam.
All right.
Blake might not get in the Hall of Fame. Why the fuck Siakam getting in?
Blake was hurt.
But no,
but Blake, Siakam 35.
you know he not 35. He not 35. Siakam like 29.
How old is Pascal?
He like
Siakam?
29. He not 35. He like 29, bro. He like 28, 29.
But he still got 6 more years.
He not making 6 more years to not make the Hall of Fame. Okay, but keep naming players. LeBron, I'll say LeBron.
Fuck no.
I'll just say LeBron.
No, LeBron is not good anymore.
Okay, but I will. Okay,
He's
but if you
dead ass not good.
Okay, but if you want to tell me LeBron
is
James,
6'10" Jamal Crawford at this point.
relax. You have to go. That's the name of this episode, and you said that. That's
LeBron dead. He only scores, and that's no disrespect to Jamal.
Relax.
No disrespect to Jamal. I fuck with Jamal
relax.
Crawford heavy. As a human being, he's always been nice to me in a very small interaction I had with him. It's no disrespect to Jamal Crawford.
You have to relax.
But LeBron is 6'10".
You have to relax.
Jamal Crawford at this
have
point.
to relax.
He only scores.
You gotta
he
relax.
don't play defense.
He don't pass
He's
the
not
ball,
making
G.
nobody better.
He don't pass
Who
the
he
ball,
making
G.
better?
He don't pass the ball.
I've been asking you this question since we started this podcast. Who does LeBron James make better?
Austin Reeves would not be employed right now if it wasn't for LeBron James.
If it wasn't for LeBron,
He wouldn't be employed right now. He wouldn't be employed right now. So
LeBron passes while Austin Reeves is employed.
It's a part of it.
All
He
right.
wouldn't be employed right now. If Austin Reeves on the Pistons, he in the NBA?
Hey, do you see the Pistons? Hell yeah.
Nah, G. He coming off the bench.
You wouldn't rather Austin Reeves over Killian Hayes?
Fair.
All right, shut your ass up.
Okay, keep naming.
You wouldn't rather Austin Reeves over Thanasis?
Okay, yes.
Like, exactly. Stop.
Hold on, wait.
Stop playing on these.
Wait. If I'm the Bucks, I don't know, because they won't let that motherfucker go.
Who?
Thanasis.
Cause the MVP brother.
Exactly. You hold up a fucking roster spot.
Some
of you can have somebody who can help you.
I'm trading you Austin Reeves for Thanasis Antetokounmpo right now.
Because Thanasis
and by the way, I'm not
be in
gonna
the NBA.
lie. One of Doc Rivers' first things he gonna do is get rid of Thanasis.
He don't need to be in the NBA, G. He need to be in Greece right now. He need to go back to his homeland and go fucking hoop over there. He don't need to be in the fucking NBA, G. You are robbing somebody, an actual better basketball player. G, it's somebody on the Bucks G League team right now who better.
No.
Somebody on the goddamn Deer Ants, whatever they call right now who hoop better. Okay, but keep naming players over that you had to have over Kawhi. Come on, keep going. In a playoff series.
Hold on. In a playoff series?
Yes, I'm not going
Everybody
with
I
Embiid.
just said. Giannis, Embiid,
I'm not going
Luka,
with Embiid.
AD, give me Jokic.
Okay.
Give me Jamal Murray.
I'm not giving you Jamal Murray.
You're a liar.
I'm not giving you Jamal Murray. I'm not giving you Jamal Murray. I fuck with Jamal Murray, but I'm not giving you Jamal Murray.
Why?
Because imagine if that was Kawhi Leonard with Jokic.
Give me Dame Lillard.
No.
In a playoff series?
No.
Yes, give me Dame Lillard.
No.
I've seen him
I've
win.
seen
him win playoff series. Him.
And I seen that man get hog-tied by Drew Holiday too and get swept too. Hog-tied. That man came to the podium and said, "I've never been defended like this before," and I didn't disagree.
Okay, so what?
No. But
He
the
not
last time
gonna-
you even seen Dame in the playoffs? About the same damn time you seen Kawhi. Last time you seen
Okay,
Dame.
then, but I'm still taking Dame.
I'm not taking Dame in the playoff series.
I'm
over
still
Kawhi
taking
Leonard.
Dame.
I'm not taking
I'm
Dame.
still
I'm
taking
not doing
Dame.
that.
I'm still taking Dame.
I'm not taking Dame.
Give me PG over Kawhi.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
PG wouldn't even take himself
And
over
right
Kawhi.
now?
PG wouldn't take himself over Kawhi right now.
This is my problem with PG. He is like, he needs some goddamn self-confidence, G. Like, PG fucked up his leg and like, yeah, I don't hoop no more. The fuck wrong with you, nigga? You don't see what you doing? Like, I'm not the same player no more.
He's not.
You're still better than most of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, he is better than most people.
He
But
be
he's
talking like he goddamn Robert Sacre or something. No disrespect to Robert Sacre, but stop, PG.
I don't agree with half of you. But what I was going to say about this, if the Clippers were to get rid of Russell Westbrook, I think it would be very unfortunate. I don't think he's been the second best player. I think he's probably. I think depending on the night, he has moments where he's been the second or third best player. I think it's been Kawhi Leonard, James Harden. I think James Harden has brought just the perfect dynamic to this basketball team so far. I think we'll see in the playoffs when everybody say the game slows down, and even like last night, there were certain moments with the Clippers where it's like they got a little too ISO heavy again. They weren't running no plays. It was just like, all right, you take the ball, PG. All right, you take the ball, Harden. All right, you take the ball, Kawhi. And it's like, that can work. But when you get against teams, let's say you play I don't think this team would beat them, but let's say you play the Timberwolves. When they have people who can actually guard everything that you want to do, I don't necessarily think that's the best way that you want to conduct
the
your
Timberwolves
offense.
can't guard everything they want to do.
I think individually, if they just go
it's not true.
individually, if they just going to isolate, I think they can. If they get a situation where they just come again,
Yeah,
not
but-
saying
but-
they
but
would win the series, they wouldn't win the series.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I'm taking the Timberwolves to get to the conference finals. I don't think that there is a team in the Western Conference right now that can beat them in 7 games if they play like they got just
Sense.
5% of sense.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Just not even a whole
I agree with you.
1% or 10 or 100. Just give me 5.
I agree with you.
Like, they be losing games. I'm like even the game they lost to the Hornets when Cass 6-2. Like, G, stop shooting the fucking ball. Pass the motherfucking ball, G. You are not Wilt Chamberlain.
You literally trying to get 70 without
G, I
the floor.
guarantee you when Wilt scored 100, he had at least 10 assists.
He might have.
How many assists did Cat have that game?
Probably like 2. Maximum 2.
Come on. G, I bet that Kobe at least had 3 assists on the 81
He had 2.
game. No, he had 2.
He had 2. But it was Kobe.
He ain't like Smush Parker anyways. But also, he won. If Kobe was playing on Timberwolves and he had 81, he would not only have 2 assists.
Shit. At that era, Kobe Bryant?
Not playing with the talent he had. I think he only did that because of the talent that was on the floor with him.
Okay.
Miles Bridges just be out there
We
playing
have
for the
revisionist
vibes.
history about how horrible. Those Lakers team weren't as bad as people make
You're
them
a
out to be.
fucking liar.
No.
Just because the Suns choked and they beat the Suns.
No. They weren't. No. They weren't generationally bad teams. You still had Lamar Odom. Smush Parker wasn't as bad as people make him out to be. He still gave you about like 2 steals a night.
Put that team
He
in
was
today's
giving you
NBA, how many points a game? I mean, how many games they winning?
probably the same amount of games that they won. 30, 32. They better than the fucking a lot of these goddamn teams.
Garbage.
They better than a lot of these. So that team. So wait,
Garbage.
that team ain't better than the Hornets. Cap. You thinking too hard. Cap. That team better than the Spurs.
Yeah, but you still. But
That team about as good as the Bulls.
they not better than the Raptors or the Bulls.
They probably better than the Raptors and the Bulls.
R.I.P. Kobe. Zach LaVine gonna put up 45 on the loss versus the Lakers.
He not putting up 45 on Bean, G. Nah, he ain't get 45 on Bean, G. He not, G. He might not get 45 on Smush. Smush wasn't awful. Kobe just hated him. He wasn't awful, G. He really just didn't like that man. Like, G, have you ever heard Smush talk about Kobe Kobe Bryant?
Yeah. Our lockers
Kobe
right
told
next to each
G.
other.
Kobe told him, man, you can't talk to me. What you own with me, bro? What you own, G? What you own?
Bro,
Why you do
how
that
bad
to me?
you had to miss Derek Fisher to tell somebody?
Don't talk to
And this
me.
is the other thing. Derek Fisher, no disrespect.
He wasn't like
He wasn't really that much better than
YG. He literally ruined Smush Park. Like, G, you would think Smush Parker averaged 5 points. He wasn't that bad, bro.
Nah, Smush is definitely better than guys like Ronnie Brewer or Keith Bogans.
He wasn't that bad, bro. He would still give you like 12, 4, and damn near 2 steals. He wasn't that bad, bro.
Smush been better than Jordan Poole this year.
I don't know about all that, but he wasn't that bad. He like them teams was not as bad.
What is Miles Bridges doing? Gee, what the fuck?
He got fouled. Them teams was not as bad as you think they was, bro.
Out there led by the vibe.
But no, I don't think that they. I think they should keep Russ. I think they have a great thing going. I don't think they should make any more deals. I think they should just hone in, keep going, keep growing chemistry, and getting ready for the playoffs. And I just think that in general, spirit wise, Russ does a lot for that team. Like even when he's not in the game, he's the first up, congratulating everybody, standing up, clapping, doing things that I think don't show up on like the stat sheet, but I think just improve the overall vibe of the team. Like even I think for Christmas, Russ bought the whole staff Jordans.
I mean, he's a Jordan player. He didn't pay for them shit.
I mean, but still, it's the thought. But it's the thought process
he hit
to
up his
fucking do
assistant
it.
and said, "Hey, I get their sizes and sit there."
I don't think they ain't no goddamn Kawhis right now though.
Yeah, because Joe Fresh Goods is exclusive with the merch. He don't just give it away. Shout out
Gee,
to Joe
Kawhi
Fresh
got
Goods,
his own-
Chicago.
Kawhi got
Chicago real when he always mad nice whenever I see him in person. Shout out Joe Fresh Goods.
Kawhi got his own name brand shoes. I'm just saying the thought process.
but who is rocking Russ's?
No, he gave him
No,
retro
you're
Jordans.
missing my point.
He gave him retro Jordans.
Yes, because he couldn't give them Russ's.
Just saying.
No, don't get me wrong. Russ got a fire clothing line.
Russ shoes actually not that bad.
No. Russ got a fire clothing line. I think it's called like Beyond the Glory or something like that. I forgot.
But I mean his actual
no.
shoes
But he
ain't
has
that
his
bad.
own clothing line.
Yeah, I know, but his actual
that is
Jordan
fire.
shoes ain't that. But his
but
Jordan
if
shoes
Jordan
ain't that bad.
but if Russ gave the whole team a bunch of Russes for
They'll go
Christmas,
to the gym in them.
then you might as well not have gave them to me. I'm a fucking millionaire. I could have bought my own fucking Russes. No. You missing my point. You're missing my point.
He didn't give
So
the
you better
team.
give me some goddamn retro 12s.
No, it wasn't the team. He gave the staff, like the whole Clippers staff, like everybody that's worked with the Clippers. He gave them
Russes?
No, he gave them retro Jordans.
Man, hey Mike.
I'm just saying,
Mike. I need some. Send the whole staff some shoes.
I'm just saying it was a very nice gesture.
Russ is a great guy. You've never
did.
heard me say anything bad about Russell Westbrook personally. I think he's a great guy. I still have not met him actually, because I just haven't been at the fucking games. Actually, was he on the team last year?
Yeah, but I don't think you went to a game.
I did. I just didn't get to talk to him.
Have I told you my Russ story? The time when we was at Soho?
No.
So I was with the homegirl. This was right after
but we've also never mind. That's dry snitch. I ain't gonna even say that.
But we was at
We've been around Russell before.
Yeah, but this is a different story. This was like right after he got traded from the Lakers. When he was getting bought out from
we
Utah.
trade you across the
when he got bought out from Utah. So I'm at Soho, like I'm leaving out, and I'm with the homegirl, and like I'm about to get on the elevator, but it's like about to close. Somebody hold the elevator for me. I don't see who it is. I just walk in the elevator and I'm just sitting there with the homegirl. I look up. Like, oh shit, what's good, Russ? Like, yo, appreciate it. You ain't had to hold the door. You could have just like let that shit don't go downstairs and go on by. You ain't had to hold the elevator for me when you see me. So like, nah, like I think
he was afraid he was gonna call him one of them names and fans be calling him when he want to fight them. By the way, him telling the fan, hey, come down here and say it to my face.
And he actually came down there and said it to her face.
He didn't keep the same energy. But
he didn't keep the same energy.
I just said you're not good at basketball, bro. Like,
okay,
get your bitch ass up there.
Get your motherfucking ass back in the stands. But no, I think it would be a great mistake trading Russ. I think he's done everything that you could possibly ask for him to do this season, and I think he just his energy brings some difference to the team. And like you said, Russell Westbrook against most teams' backup point guards, player to player, no comparison. So no, I think Russ is safe. I think the Clippers are playing probably the best basketball out of anybody in the NBA right now. I think that outside of the Timberwolves and Celtics, the Timberwolves, Celtics, Nuggets, and Clippers have the best first six in the NBA. So I don't think you mess with that. I think you just keep that rocking. And you see where it gets you.
Yep. All right. Last topic, 2 minutes. Joel Embiid, MVP. Who's the MVP right now?
Joel Embiid should be the unanimous MVP if he plays enough games. Then nobody else should get a single vote.
Is he the most valuable or is he the best player?
He's the most.
I think Jokic is the MVP.
Okay, he's not going to win this
Embiid is
shit.
the best player. But
Joel Embiid is averaging.
Yeah, but Jokic got 2 game winners. He's still playing as good as he always played.
That's incredible. Have you looked at this motherfucker's numbers? He's not winning that award,
yeah,
bro.
but just because you score 35 don't mean you the MVP.
You damn near do.
Michael Jordan did it. He won
He
fucking
won
MVP. No, he didn't.
When he scored 37 points, he literally won MVP that year. He won MVP, defensive player of the year, all that shit.
Okay, yeah. Never mind.
Yes, the fuck it do. If I score 36 points, you better give me my goddamn award.
Yeah.
Per 36.
He's just not the most valuable player to me.
Whatever. He's averaging.
I will say this: their record without him, I think, is like 2-7 or 2-9. So that does lend toward him needing to, him getting the award. But to me, like his numbers stand out on paper and they look gaudy, but they don't play no fucking defense no more. Like I just be looking at shit like if Shaq was here, he would have had a motherfucking 85.
Okay, but that's not the point.
And would have missed would have took 30 free throws and missed 15 of them and still had 85.
But that's not the point. We can't do that. We got to judge the game for what it is now.
I understand that. But that doesn't mean that I need to overvalue it, because to me, his value is not better than the Joker's. And even him saying and telling Joker, you're the best player in the league, you know what it is.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying he's the MVP of the league.
If you're not the best player in the league, you're not the MVP.
That's never how it works. The best player in the league usually don't get MVP most years. Ain't never how it works. That means Michael Jordan would have won 15 straight MVPs. Shit don't work like that.
Yeah, but just because you scored 35 don't mean you the MVP.
Gee, he's averaging 35, 13, 2 blocks, a steal, Like, bro, like he's doing shit that Wilt Chamberlain has done. He literally did something that day that even Wilt Chamberlain didn't do.
Yeah, where they can't fucking touch you no more. Stop comparing him to Wilt Chamberlain, G.
Gee, Wilt Chamberlain
clothesline you out the
Who
air.
the fuck for the clothesline Wilt Chamberlain in 1963?
I guarantee you it happened.
I guarantee you it didn't.
I guarantee you.
I guarantee you it didn't.
The footage wasn't there.
I guarantee you
like
it didn't.
The 100-point game.
I guarantee
and by the way,
you it
Twitter, please stop with the 100-point game footage, G. They just didn't have no footage.
They didn't have no footage.
Like, I don't understand why y'all so upset about that. Like, you could believe that Joel Embiid could get 70, but you think that Wilt playing against guys that y'all call plumbers when he is still as athletic as the most athletic NBA players to play right now. Literally Olympic high jumper, long jumper. You telling me he couldn't get 100 in 1963 playing against Dolph Shays?
Dolph Shays won in the league.
The fuck are we talking about?
Dolph Shays retired.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Against Dolph Shays.
On that note, though, I got to get up out of here. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to hit the music. Pavy, go ahead and get your first one.
Yeah, as always, man. It's been real. It's been a good time. And until next time, man, we will holler at y'all. Go follow me on Twitter at pavyworld, pavyworld, all one word. I just want a short episode, but it's whatever. We'll see y'all.
It's an hour. It's a happy hour.
Oh,
It's
shit.
an hour.
All right, we'll see y'all
Yeah,
next
we
time.
just wound up talking about Doc and fucking. What did we even start the episode off with?
The terrible basketball.
Yeah. By the way, Adam Silver, you can't have this in-season tournament and then give us shit for 2 months after that. If that's the case, make the in-season tournament make it leading up to the All-Star break. And then they take a week off and play the All-Star game. Exactly. 2 final teams play on Sunday. All-Star game, do it the same way you've been doing it the next weekend. Everybody get 10 days off. The first teams played. If you won on an All-Star team, your team played the following Tuesday after the All-Star game, and then everybody's back Wednesday. Because that was basically like we living in hell right now, G. We living in hell. It's blowout every night. So anyway, it's your boy TPJ. Get up with y'all later. It's been a pleasure. Thank y'all. Hoops and Brews. Till next time.